Welcome back to my channel, my subscribers and viewers. Lord, this video is gonna help somebody. So don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe, and leave a comment. Um, in my first video actually, I I was talking about good traditions and bad traditions. Well, this one is going to be one of the bad traditions that we really need to address. And here I go. Ah, this one is cursing our children. Very bad. Very, very, very bad. Okay. Um, Raising children is a cultural universal. It is. Um, and can you imagine if only rich people could have children and the poor didn't have any? But thank God, poor people can have children, and sometimes we have more than the rich, right? And there are some people who want to ridicule you because you have more than 4 children. But I don't think they should, because there are some people who cannot have any children. Why would you want to curse somebody because they are fertile and their wombs are blessed? Why would you want to do that? If people have a lot of children, leave them alone and stop talking about them. Because my mother used to say, when you're calling your good one, may I call my bad one. And especially when you have a lot of kids and they are all good to you, do you know what that feels like? When your children, you don't have to go to jail to visit them. And even if you ever go to jail to visit them, is your child. Fingers stink, you can't cut it off. Simple as that. But we have a tendency as parents in Jamaica, maybe because of the way some of us were raised, from way back when, those parents were very brutal. Anything they catch them, lick the picnic them, broom, anything at all. So I think it's maybe from the slavery days, we came from Africa with that, you know, this animalistic way of raising children, and it was passed down. So it's very, very bad, and we need to stop it. We need to stop cursing our children. No, maybe the children might do something, like they might tell us a lie, they might have stolen something, they might have gotten a bad grade, they might have done something stupid, or they might have gotten maybe they might annoy us, right, for some reason or another, and we just curse them. You're too lie. You're too lie, right? You're thief, like, eh? You got turn thief, and you got this and you got that, and maybe you might annoy them, and they call you idiot, and they call you all sorts of names. We need to stop it, because the Bible says in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21, death and life is in the power of the tongue. And so your words have creative power. Okay? Remember that the world was created by God through his words. He spoke, let there be light, and there was light, and the light dispelled the darkness. And we have the same power. So we have to watch what we say. The Sunday school song says, watch your eyes, what they see, your ears, what they hear, your lips, what they say. Your lips, you have to watch your mouth. My son always says, taste your mouth before you talk, meaning think about what you're going to say before you speak, because sometimes when you speak rashly, you hurt other people, and that is really, really, really terrible, because sometimes you don't really mean to hurt people, but because you're so rash and you don't really get time to think, the impulse just takes us over, and then we just say whatever, right? And once you say the word, you cannot take it back. And even if you say you're sorry, sometimes people don't really appreciate it, or they don't accept the sorry, even though you're genuinely sorry. So that's why we have to be very, very careful. Every idle word that we speak, we will give an account for it. Now, when you curse your children, they don't have the sense to say they reject what you're saying. They internalize what you say. Eh? Your thief like your workless pooper. If the man was worthless, you are to be blamed because you laid up with that man and got that child. And the children were not asked, they didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask us to be here. So when we are disciplining them, we need to do it in love and patience, not anger and frustration. You don't discipline a child out of anger or frustration because you will kill them. You understand what I'm saying? You have to do it in love. So if they steal something, you have to call the child and say, this is wrong, you're not supposed to do it again, or whatever. Or if you have to spank them, you tell them, because especially stealing is very, very bad. Because once you don't scold them about this stealing for the first time, they will go back and do it again. You understand? So you have to discipline them, but do it in love. Just like when we do something wrong, God corrects us, but He does it in love. He never says a negative word to us. You understand? He always does it in love. You might just see the word of God and you read it and you say, wow, you know? And some of us are acting like we have never done anything wrong. Trust me, if you say your child lazy and you tell him about, oh, you're lazy, like whatever. Some of us were very lazy. Some of us lie like Asa Gallop. Some of us did thief like Puss. What me say? Thief. You hear me tell you? Thief anything at all. And some of us was dunce but come last in a class and all them something. And I act like you and everything that they see negative in the children, it reminds them of themselves. So they would like kill you and curse you and make you feel like a nobody. But trust me, when you curse your children, these children believe what you say. You can't do maths. You don't like you can't do maths. Instead of saying, okay, you're struggling with the maths, so I'm going to have to let your cousin help you or whatever. You tell them out then don't like, and because you say that they believe you and they don't even try because they think they can't do it. A lot of children suffer from low self-esteem and they lack confidence because of what was said to them as children. Some of us would be better off if better words were said to us. You know? Don't tell the child about him terrible like him what his father. Or see your mama gone left you and whatever. So the mama saw the picnic. Because people always do that. Always. I used to hear it all the time, right? Hear people saying it to their children, people always did that. You understand? Especially to the girls. Oh, you're talking to a boy. You soon breed. You can't, because back in the days, man, you couldn't talk to a boy and it wasn't boyfriend and girlfriend, even if you was talking about something totally unlike what they were thinking. You can't talk. Even if one boy like you, and so the way how them call you down, you have to go broke fence. That's why a lot of girls get pregnant and early, because you hold them so restricted that as they get a chance, and then because they were they were not so hip to the information, they end up getting pregnant. You understand? Oh, Yeah, man. Just like your mama. I the whole pa picnic them and I see them, you gotta breathe down this whole pa picnic too. And sometimes the kids, some of them are smart and they will say, uh-huh, I'm going to prove you wrong. But some of them, they just think that's it. That's all they can do. Eh? All you can do is this. All you can do, you can't even read. You can't even this. Eh? You idiot. If you if your child heard that from you, they actually think the child would actually think they are an idiot for real. So we have to be so careful, and some of us act like we were never children, right? Remember, I know when a child is being formed, they have your trait and the father's trait. I'm talking to ladies. The child has your trait and the father's trait. And the child will develop habits because we are all sinners. So we have tendency, proclivities. So we will do bad things. You understand what I'm saying? We will do bad things. But we can be corrected minus the curse. We can be corrected minus the curse. You don't have to curse because once you start cursing the children, you are planting the seed. You are planting a seed in them, making them think negatively of themselves, making them think that they can't do this and they can't do that, and you're not coming to nothing, and they automatically think it's true. So they act accordingly, they act as such. You think I'm stupid, so I'm gonna act stupid. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of saying, listen, I notice that you're doing some silly things from day to day, but you're a smart kid and you're going to do your work. I know you can do your work. You're a very smart kid. You're a smart child. And I don't, everybody around here have college degrees, so you make sure you're going to have a college degree. And if I buy one house, you're going to have to buy two. Because I know you have the ability, brethren. I know you have the ability, sister. So nobody play around and think you're not going to get anywhere. And as long as I'm alive, you have to do it. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to be just anybody. You're not going hang out on the street and have your pants all the way down at your behind and walk and come in and just go and drink milk. And no, you have to do your schoolwork. You have to do something. So parents, you need to stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It is not right. And it's not supposed to be. And if you used to do it or you're still doing it, you need to stop it. You understand what I'm saying? What we actually need to do now is to pray for our children and make sure they become the best that they can be. And the more you say nice things to them, the better. You understand? Give them that confidence. This way, when they walk on the street, they walk with their head held high because they know that they are somebody. Let your children feel important. Don't make them feel less than they are supposed to be. Don't speak to them condescendingly because it is wrong. A lot of people would be more confident and they would have been able to do much more with their lives, but they just stop because of what mama said or what my grandmother said or what my auntie said. A little boy committed suicide a few years ago, I don't remember his name, and that would not be a video that I saved anyway. And he said, my auntie, he has a lisp. And he said, they always tell me, say, me not me I eat that and me not have no sense. And it hurt the kid. And nobody noticed that the kid was so hurt. And he said he has nice, bright eyes. And the kid said, at one point he was going to kill the classmate who was messing with him, and then he said no, him no want get in no trouble. So he decided to kill himself. Right? The auntie used to just pester the kid, tell him him not understand. And maybe if she would have helped him with his work, he would have been better off. But because it's not her kid, she treated the little boy like an adopted child, and he killed himself. He killed himself. You know, some kids, when their parents tell them certain things, they answer them back, and then they say, no manners. But some kids don't answer back, and they just internalize that junk and just walk around with that every day. And, and sometimes they take less than they should take. Like, okay, for instance, a girl, her mother tell her that she's not going to come to anything. You're not come to nothing. Your breeder have a pitney, and you have a breed up like your mama. And you told the kid that. So even if a man is giving her less than she thinks she deserves, she's going to settle for it. You know? Sometimes this man, because your mother say, you're not come to nothing, you take up this rotten teeth boy, gonna have nothing for you. When you could have get better man. You understand me? You take up this rotten teeth boy and have 2 and 3 kids. And him beat you go and him beat you come. You can't even buy clothes. And you sit down there. The reason being, you remembered what your mother said. You're not come to nothing. So you're not trying to do something for yourself. Right? You don't try to do something for yourself. You just sit down there, they beating and they abuse and him curse you too. And you just sit down and you take it because you think are true. The devil is a liar, it's not true. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. You can do it. You understand what I'm saying? So parents, grandparents, stop doing that to your kids. And it is a universal thing that they do. They curse the children all over. Black and white families and curse them pitney. You understand what I'm saying? Curse them. Especially some old drunken man will come in and just curse the mother, curse the pitney them and everything. So we are just saying that tradition needs to go away. People need to stop treating their children like criminals. You understand? That is your child that came out of you. You're supposed to nurture, love, and correct. Nurture, love, and correct. So I just want to remind us that God has given us these children, and we have to give an account for them. So we have to be careful what we say to them and the seeds that we plant in them. You understand what I'm saying? You might not have a lot of money to take care of the children, but trust me, kids grow up really fast. And sometimes it's not all that money that you give them, but once you're there to help to nurture them and make them feel important, you know what I'm saying? That's why children have mothers and fathers. But sometimes you have some fathers who just walk away and leave the kids. Most of the time, the father will walk away. If you leave the woman, you leave the kid. And some women will walk away too because she thinks she can't manage, so she will leave the kids and the father or whatever. I know a few men who the women would walk away and leave them, and they have to raise the children themselves. So when we see a woman walk away and leave her children, don't kill her because men do it all the time. And if you see a man will walk away from him kids, don't kill him because women do it as well. So please, parents, do not curse the children. Bless them. Bless them. Do not curse them. And if you're angry, don't try to discipline them. Wait till you cool off so you can do it in love. Now tell them, say them are going to end up like them workless people and them workless mama will breed up and this whole pitney. Because children are not a curse, they're a blessing. Stop cursing the children. it is not good. All right. So until next time, like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. All right. We need to stop cursing our children. Have a good evening.